photos and show it to you. And it can also allow to say that whether you can gift a travel to your friend or you can gift an ancillary to your beloved ones. So we'll just go into the app. First we'll start with the gift a travel. So for example, I want to gift a travel for my friend Natasha. So what it does is it takes you to the search page where you can be able to search and say that which destination you want to go. So in this case, I'll just take here. So let it come. So in the meantime, so what you can do is you can able to come here and try to do a search on your custom destination or the favorite destination of your friend or beloved ones. And once it is there, what you can do is you can able to make a booking out of it. And the booking, there is a concept in NDC called you can hold a booking for a certain amount of time, which can be exposed in the NDC APIs. And it is up to the airline to say that how long they want to hold the booking. It can be either starting from a 1 day or it can be up to 3 days. So based on this concept, we try to bring that flavor here and try to take the results. I think it's taking too much time. Okay, so what it does is, I'll just explain you so that let it come if it there. So it will give you a form, booking form, where you can fill the traveler's details and the payer's card number, and there is an option to say that it will send an email to your friend. Yeah, it's there. So it will select a flight. It will take you to the form, and you need to fill this form with all the details of the traveler, along with your details, so that it will be sent to your friend as a gift, saying that whether you want to accept this. If he is interested in it, in that email he can click a button which will inform the app, so that we will inform the airline to confirm the booking. If you reject it, then the booking will be cancelled. So until that point in time, it will be available as a held inventory, and there will be a timeline also specified in the email saying that the booking will be available till this point in time. Yes. So this is going to my email. And this will show me a button saying that confirm my booking or cancel. Yes, I am confirming my booking. It says that thanks for your response.
Does the payment need to be made all by one gifter, or because sometimes an airline flight is a bit much for one person, or can multiple people go in on the same gift?
Yeah. So what we try to do or showcase here is for a person, but it can be multiple as well. Again, I given the medium as email, where you can send an email, but it can be other mediums as well, like SMS or something, which can be a bit faster to the people.
Great, thank you.
So now we have FCM Lab coming forward, welcome, and then I'm gonna call Flight Buddy to come forward, please. So if you're able to tell us about the APIs and challenges you're solving.
We are solving the challenge about NDC, and we are using APIs from IATA and Indigo. Ready? Hi everyone, so if you remember me, I'm the happy traveler coming from a happy company using a very, very smart TMC. And today I am not a girl anymore, I am Thomas. So Thomas is a boy, and as I am a smart traveler. Yesterday I booked a flight and I received an email telling me, and actually I received an SMS and I received an email telling me that I was a good boy, and for such I received rewards. So for these rewards, I got this message, and I can see that I have collected 142 Mundi coins from the Mundi reward program. I have a link redirecting me directly to the Hello FCM portal. The Hello FCM portal is a portal provided to me by my TMC. From this portal I can access my SVT, so my self-booking tool, and I can access this program. Here you can see this flight from Heathrow to Barcelona, and there you can see all the ancillary services I can access to thanks to my rewards. So I have the whole choice today provided by IATA and provided by Indigo, and I can choose whatever I want with my coins. So I can select, well, please select an aerobus because it's interesting for me to go up to the office, and then I will take a Wi-Fi, please, and I will take an advanced C selection. So you can see that once selected, everything's finally highlighted, and I have 67 points left. If I go back to my list, I can see my list of flights completely updated, and you will see I have services attached to my flights. So here is for my user experience, but I absolutely can resort to my business travel consultant, so my travel agent, to do so. And even if I want to pay for that, I can. I can call my travel agent and ask my travel agent to buy those services for me. Because if we were to take a bit more distance about this situation, the user experience is one thing, but let's take more distance. Here you can see there is the happy traveler and the happy company. And at the other end you have all the NDC providers. In the middle there is the TMC, the travel agency. We are there to have both meet. I mean, it's a win-win-win partnership. Let me show you why. For a company, it's all about compliance and savings, because the rewards guarantee me compliance for my travel policy. I can get more data from the NDC and from the GDSs. New traveler experiences, my travel are happy, they have fun, and they are willing to buy new services. They are not allowed to buy via the GDS. And this is the whole big interest for us as TMC. We can build together a brand new market. For you, it's a gain in visibility, it's a gain in revenue. It's a brand new distribution channel and an exchange partnership with the TMC. We're only at the very beginning and we can imagine everything. And for us, we are happy because everybody is happy. We bring more services. We have an innovative image, respect to our customers, and we even can build together a new business model. So really, it's win-win-win partnership using this NDC. So we count on every partner to think of this model. We are not, for the moment, we are relying on the good old GDS and providing even more.
Yeah, just a quick question. Which NDC schemas did you use for shopping?
We use IATA and we use Indigo for transport.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Any question? No done FCM?
So flight body, and I'm gonna call flight by as well to come forward, please.
Sorry guys.
Flight body, I think I saw you on Facebook Live yesterday. Wow. Marta, talking about Facebook Live, can you talk about impressions in Twitter?
Yeah. So let me have a look. And a big, I think that this has been the most successful Twitter competition that we've ever had. So that's why instead of 5 prizes, I'm giving out 8. Because you guys have been very good. Number of impressions have been over 3 million. So please, a big applause to you guys.
3 million. So, which APIs are you using in the application?
We use the KLM Airphones API and also the IATA NDC.
Great. And the chancellor you managed in this one. Yeah. Are you ready?
So I'm moving now. Well, tomorrow I have to be at the office, so tomorrow morning I will be flying back from Paris to Amsterdam. And currently I'm already wondering who is going to take the empty seat next to me. Will it be someone who is charming, chatty, or the kind that sighs every time that I want to go stretch my legs? So in the current state of the airline industry, it's not possible to know who your buddy or your neighbor is going to be on the airplane. But wouldn't it be amazing that instead of simply booking an aisle or window seat, you could actually choose your perfect flight buddy? That would be awesome, I think. So therefore, we would like to introduce you to Flight Buddy. It's a network feature that, based on your social media profile and your flight history, makes seating recommendations to seat you next to people with similar interests. So by simply sharing your Facebook, LinkedIn, or Flight Blue profile, it will calculate the similarity for other passengers, and then it will rank them personally for you. And your top 10 ranked passengers will be shown in a seat map as part of the standard booking flow process. And we believe that Flight Buddy adds a new dimension to the booking process, because well, a lot of people are traveling alone nowadays, and people love to meet and talk to people who are like-minded. So by socializing the flight experience, we can create new ways to improve and customize this experience. And in turn, this will lead to an increase of the customer satisfaction, and it will also probably create more revenue for airlines. Okay, so yesterday I asked Alice, who would you like to sit next to? And you said Elon Musk. And I thought, like, Elon Musk probably already has a private jet, so that's not going to happen. But we can look for Elon like Flight Buddy for you. So after completing your booking, you will come to the page that shows you the add-ons. And you can see that Flight Buddy is part of the seat selection. So if we select a seat for 25 euros, because it's before the check-in, well, you can decide to share your Flying Blue profile, your Facebook profile, or your LinkedIn profile. What would you like to share?
Well, since I'm going on a personal trip, you know, on nice holidays, I think I'll use Facebook because I think it's a more cultural channel.
Okay. You can select that and you can log in. So in the background it will connect with the Facebook API, and her data will automatically be filled in a form. And she will have the choice to well, leave out some of the data that is filled in. Of course, you have to give permission. And as you can see, the data is automatically filled in. So gender, location, language, and your interests. You're a cat person, I see. Are you really?
Oh no, oh no, I don't want people knowing that I'm a crazy cat person. I'm just going to remove this interest from me.
Okay, well, and well, at last you have to agree with the permissions, or the terms and conditions of Flight Buddy, and share your data. So now a recommendation algorithm will rank the other passengers, and it will show the top 10 on the right. So let's see, you're automatically seated next to your number 1 choice. Who is it? Hey, it's Falou, our teammate. And can we see other people? Yeah, they are shown less bright, so that means that they are less good choice. And we believe that in this way, every flight experience will be unique or inspiring.
Just a question. I would like to know how many, because I think it's already this feature is live on KLM, right? It was at a certain point.
It was, we didn't know actually until yesterday.
Okay.
And then we discovered that apparently it was published 5 years ago.
It's called Seat and Meet, I guess.
Yes, but it was not, it's not being used anymore. And it was also, it was a separate platform and it was not based on a recommendation algorithm. So in that way, we believe that we're doing it better now.
Okay, okay, thank you.
I have one question. What if I agree to sit close to someone nobody wants to sit close to? Do I get some money back?
Sit next to someone who is not available anymore.
No, nobody wants to sit close to this person. Do I get a reason?
I think that's a risk. Yeah, that's a risk. But it says something. If our algorithm matches you with that person, then...
How to fuck others
How many customers agreed to share their Facebook and LinkedIn when this was live? Do you have any idea?
No, I have no numbers. Okay. I wouldn't know, but I think 5 years ago, I think it was too fast to publish this, as the social media was still rising, but I think currently most people are ready for this. And of course, you always have the option not to do this.
Yes. Yeah, I would also like to add that I think KLM has also recently started to add some more Facebook integration, so you can get your booking codes and your tickets all through Facebook. So it's already becoming more integrated into the flight pool, I think. So I think this is now a better time to introduce this again.
Well done.
So that was Flybuddy. Now I'm gonna call Flyby. Wow, I know you. They are from IATA. Woo! I want to be very clear. My director and Claude, and they said that no prices for IATA. Sorry for that. It's not Claude's fault. So guys, which APIs are you using and Challenger solving?
So we are not procuring, but we are solving the API challenge using the IATA API.
Thank you for that.
We are corporate.
Are you ready?
Yes, we are.
Yes, we start now.
Okay, so good afternoon everyone. So our idea is based on the fact that when you are traveling on a flight, or any flight, generally you are entitled to buy only ancillaries from the operating carrier that you are in. So even if you are flying on an interlining journey and then later on you will be flying for another company. So our idea is to provide an e-commerce mobile app that will be able to provide an aggregated catalog of all the different items that you could be able to buy during all your journey. So we think this is a way for airlines to use the interlining mechanism of NDC to broaden their product catalog with other airlines items. So to have a better offer for their passengers. And also we could allow like that retailers to provide to the passengers across the journeys from new items, for instance from the shops within the airport, something like that. So for the passenger, based on his journey, he would be able to purchase any item from an extended catalog and an aggregated list of all the items available for him, and also taking into account all the allowance that he could have within the different parts. We could also suggest some insight for him based on historical data or even on profile, similar profile data information that we can have. And we can also obviously have different delivering possibilities at the gate at the beginning, for instance, during the flight or upon arrival. So we believe that this could be a really good opportunity for airlines to increase their revenues by selling third-party items to their passengers, and they will, like that, be able to ask for a commission or something like that. So let's go for the demo, just to show you more concretely what we are talking about. So obviously you have a mobile app where you can log in. Let's say this one, okay. Then the entry point is your booking, so you have to enter your order ID to retrieve all your journey. So then we have it, you can enter it, and at that point we will be retrieving all the catalogs of all the different airlines, or also the airports that are within your journey. So you have everything. You can, at the top, we have something important at the top, is that based on historical data that we retrieve from Constance data API, we're able obviously to make some suggestions for you based on what you ordered previously. Yeah. Now we can obviously add anything to the cart. You have obviously to choose your delivery option. It can be different from one item to another. That's why we put it at the item level. And then you go to your chart, and you can obviously buy and pay and so on and so forth. One important thing also is that we can offer an allowance page. If you go on the allowance page. Yeah. This one, yeah. Then we can show to the passenger what are these allowance for his specific journey. So based on the country that you will go through and so on and so forth. Yeah. Do this. And that's it. Then you have the normal GPO process. And that's it.
If you had more time, what feature would you have implemented?
I think when building this, we saw some quite big challenges. For instance, for the evaluation of the catalogs, because you have to have a proper way to categorize everything, but in different way of doing this, because all airlines can have their own way to do this. So this is one. And there's also all the delivery part that can be quite changes regarding all the logistics that you will have to put in place. So I think it could be on this to work with airlines, airports maybe, to find a proper way to deliver the item to the passengers.
Do you have any idea of how much money is done through airline catalogs compared to the money that is done in duty-free shops?
No, actually we don't, but I think it's really a small amount regarding this. So I think this is something that can be interesting, especially for the marketing airline, for the ticketing airlines, that sometimes sells some tickets and are not able to propose their item to the final passenger.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Just to let you know, they are from ITS team, they are not part of NDC team, so very brave to come. So IBS team, welcome to the stage, and also we're gonna call Empower, and just after Empower is gonna be Quick Shop. So IBS team is coming from India for the hackathon. Thank you for coming from India. You're coming all from India, right? Great. So, which API provide API and data sources and challenges solved?
We are solving the NDC challenges, and we are using CI API, Sun Express, and we are also using Facebook Graph API.
Great, thank you.
Ready?
Are you ready? Good.
So, you may start now.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We, Team IBS, presents you a new app called Flambok. By hearing the name, you may sound familiar like an app called Tinder. The name is in fact derived by combining the names called Fly and Tinder. Okay, so but we don't have anything to do with children. Okay. Yeah. So what we are actually trying to do is we'll be having we'll be incorporating with the Facebook applications. We'll be having the passenger log into Facebook, accepting the Facebook. It's a third-party application, Facebook application that is used to pair people with similar interests. Similar interest means similar interest while traveling, attending an event, etc. So we are finding people with similar interests, clubbing them together, booking down the required facilities like the air tickets, hotels, etc. So let's go find out what is actually happening behind this. So we'll be describing you with an example. Like we'll be having two passengers here. So we are having Praveen. Praveen is interested in attending the the NDC Hackathon happening next month in Antalya. So what he does is, he logs into Facebook, he expresses his interest in attending the NDC Hackathon by clicking the interest button. And what Flinder does is, Flinder, as it has the access to grab all the details of the Facebook user, takes charge of all the whatever the event the person is going to attend, and we'll be storing all the data in our Flinder database. And the similar procedure is being followed for all the people who have signed up for Flinder. So in case we are having another person called Divya, if Divya is also attending NDC Hackathon, then she will be also marking the interest event as NDC Hackathon. And what we are trying to do is, we will be clubbing Divya as well as Praveen together, and then we will be initiating a messenger for both of them to communicate. So what we are trying to do is, when Praveen initiates, when he says he is interested, a notification is being sent to Praveen saying that Divya is also interested in traveling with you. And similarly, that's the same happening with Divya also. Divya is also notified that Praveen will also be traveling with you. And if both of them says okay, if both of them says yes, we will be initiating a messenger chat combining both the passengers. Okay, so we will be having a conversation. The Facebook Messenger will be asking the Praveen if you want to travel with Divya, and if Praveen says yes, okay, then we will be storing the data that Praveen is interested in traveling with Divya. At the same time, this next question goes like, Divya, are you interested in travel with Praveen? If Divya says yes, okay, then the next step starts. What's the next step? We will be using the NDC APIs for booking air tickets as well as ancillary services. Like, if both the passengers say yes, okay, then the next step, what is being done is, we will be involving the APIs along with the ancillary services, whereby providing a full-time journey service. Thank you.
So what sort of algorithm are you using to run the compatibility matching? When entire companies are based off this?
We just the algorithm that is used here is, we'll be trying to find out the events. If we say NDC Hackathon, we are having 2 or 3 members who are showing interest in NDC Hackathon. We'll be taking out the details, profile details of all these interested persons, and then we will be pairing those, the male and the female, and we will be sending out notifications to all those guys. And the first person, the first pair who accepts both the requests will be combined together.
Great, thank you.
And thank you for taking a flight from India to come here. Well done. So, Empower, and after Empower, we're gonna have 1, 2, 3 teams to present. So, it's gonna be 4 with them. So, hello Empower. Hi, how are you? So, which API and data source are sharing your story?
We are participating in the data challenge, and we have used JR data, technologies data, and contents. Empower. So Empower is basically a self-servicing information platform, and basically what we are solving here is we are providing a tool for self-service capabilities. Data in its raw format is boring, it has a lot of anomalies, but information is exciting. We have several algorithms, a lot of data scientists preparing n number of algorithms and insights, but when it comes to surfacing it to real usage, when it comes to take an example of a contact center, when it has to be surfaced to about some propensities, it is very difficult for business to convince IT or an IT department to say that, okay, here's my algorithm, can you surface it? Business wants it done now, IT wants it to develop a robust system. So this tussle between business and IT happens always. People in corporate will agree on me because they would be facing the business team day in and day out, and they will be having all the cry from them. So what we understood is there is an element of platform that is missing that can bridge both business and IT and give business the capability to surface insights or information without IT involvement. So just taking an example, we have built some insights with the data, and we have shown some insights on the contact center. Yeah. So if you see, for a customer, there are a lot of information that is available, and what we have chosen few of the insights. Again, for our challenge, we have just chosen few insights. We have created some rudimentary insights, and basically for let's say for a contact center agent, if someone calls him, he can see what opportunities he can process. So for us, hotel is the opportunity. But this is not the exciting feature. The exciting feature is about the tool. So if a business creates another algorithm and they want to sell package, they don't want to basically go to IT and ask, can I import this algorithm? Can you do me a favor? Can you push it out to call center? Which is a long-winded process. Delayed information is a lost business opportunity. So what we do is create the business flexibility. And let's say Suresh is the businessman and he wants to implement this insight. So he logs on to the screen. We are just, because we are just data providers and we didn't produce any flashy screens. As you can see, so he is filling all his algorithm and the information. So what then happens is the system records this algorithm, and we also will see a refresh cycle. We'll refresh them consistently and then produce the insight and then surface it out to the contact center automatically. So when the next time the system runs or refreshes, sorry.
Sorry guys, thank you.
I'm gonna call another team that also took a long-haul flight from the United States to present here today. That's QuickShop. And after QuickShop is gonna be touring on touring. Hello, how are you? You must be tired of jet lag. So you can tell us about the APIs and Shelly or so?
Yeah, so we opted for the API NDC challenge as well as the data.
Oui, mais je vais pas je vais plus, je te Quoi?
Yeah, so yeah, we're yeah, so we use the 17.2 API from Fairlogics, United, yeah, and also Constant as well.
Great.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah. All right, so QuickShop. So this is surrounded around the corporate travel experience. One of the things that a lot of companies are doing is that based on corporate travel, you have a lot of attributes, intents. There's a lot of data provided on frequent travel, as well as if you're taking trips to the same place over and over again. You're always going to Istanbul. You're always going to certain O&Ds. A lot of the airlines know this, right? We can collect this data. And the cool thing is using the NDC APIs as well as some of the other data APIs, we're able to capture some of that data and using AI and machine learning technology. This is a huge asset for us to be able to compute and also give out recommendations to the corporate traveler. And the easiest thing for the corporate traveler to do is to be able to book the flight, get where he needs to go, and not be hassled with, you know, I have to go to this airline, I've got to go to that app, I've got to do all these things. What we've done is we've created an idea to where making the shop and the booking process as quick as possible. In fact, we created an app to where the push notification goes directly to an app and directly to your Apple Watch if you have one. So a lot of the corporate travelers are all about time. You have to be somewhere on time, somewhere you know, to do business. So what we've done is using the NDC APIs, 17.2, that was a big thing. We'll be able to collect data and actually pinpoint particular offers and push them to the phone and make it really easy for the customer to just one click, get a notification, receive it onto his watch, and one click push, and already know from some of the collected data that they have projected ancillaries that they always choose. They want flights with Wi-Fi. They always choose flights that are particular to them. So by bundling these things and using the service list technology as behind the NDC API, this levels that capability. It gives the capability in the airlines as well as any other platforms, such as your travel management systems as well, to be able to collect that data and also keep them within those booking codes as well. So as long as the traveler's happy, he gets to book what's in range of what he's allowed to do, as well as easy to go purchases, one click purchase on the watch, book it, return my confirmation, I am good to go. So in your business traveler savviness, we know that they don't want to really mess around with ancillaries, or why don't you bundle something for them? You want to make it as easy as possible and as customized as possible. And this is where using a lot of the data APIs, that's where you really get that power. As well as this platform is just not for one particular airline, but with NDC you can target pretty much any airline that's available. So that was definitely a click to the next one. So, and then the ease of this thing is that you just get your confirmation, you get your complete order create, and off the NDC channel, you're able to do that now. You can tie this into all different types of things. So this is platform independent, as well as we got APIs going into Facebook. Also, you can tie it into Alexa. Hey Alexa, I've got to go there again. Go ahead and book my trip. Go ahead and show me the flights. You can do the NDC flight shopping calls, as well as bundling different packages and bundling different ancillaries. This is all done through those APIs as well. And it can be easily added. Now this is something that we've done on the spur of the moment for this NDC hackathon. So this was like within a 24-hour range. So that's how cool the API was. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. That's gonna be at least one.
Is there a reason you didn't do a live demo?
Oh, live demo? Yeah. Yeah, so we had, due to the visitor Wi-Fi, I guess we had problems with getting out and getting back in with our stuff. So we can show you a live demo in just a second after this. Anyone else?
Which feature would you like to develop if you had more time?
One cool feature that we kind of talked about was actually adding the Alexa, and I guess not all markets are like this, but being that a lot of the smart home technology is really a boom right now, and anything to reduce anxiety in travel, adding anything to ease that whole traveler experience, adding Alexa, I guess probably would be the next really cool feature. Yeah.
Cool, guys.
I'm gonna go now touring, and then the last team, a bit tripping, yeah. We'll be tripping. It's German, right? So someone forgot an iPhone here, an iPhone 5, and they're patching the spots. What's happening? So guys, in comfort, please. What do they have to do for the video? Great. So, you can tell me about your APIs and channels?
Also the NDC channel.
That's to make sure you wake up. So, APIs. NDC API.
The IATA Sandbox.
Okay. So they are using the IATA Sandbox?
IATA Sandbox, NDC Air Shopping and the order create, and also Sita Airport.
So everybody, that's the iPhone.
Mike, with it. No, you can
Just slide it.
No, you can see someone's coming.
What was that? It was here.
I was uploading.
If you plug, I just.
I was uploading the dishes of
So, NDC API, so it's NDC Sandbox, IATA NDC Sandbox, and Sita,
and 30K Wi-Fi.
Yeah. And the channel is NDC.
NDC, the business travel.
Business travel. You guys have one already? You guys ready? Just yeah. So we may start now.
So, as I mentioned, our solution is a business travel solution. The unique feature of this solution is the connecting the entire ecosystem and beyond. And so this solution has three focus areas. The area one is about the business traveler experience, then manage the business travel, and also the business intelligence. Now I will hand over to my friends to take you through the application.
Thank you. To solve this problem, so nowadays for business travels we raise requests, we buy ancillaries, we buy different products, it's a mess. So our approach to solve this problem was to build a plugin that can be plugged into any corporate websites, any travel websites, and can be used in any form of channel. So let's start here. So Arjun is a business traveler, wants to raise a request. So he's filling out the form to raise the request, and raise the request. let's see what happens now. So he's the supervisor of this person. He got an option to whether approve or reject this proposition. Yeah. So can you approve my travel? Can you switch to my screen? That's a nice smiling face. Now you see, I don't have to follow up. The bot does all of it on its own. It also searches for the best flights, tells me how much miles I'll get, and it's the lowest fare. Can you just scroll? Miles, it's comfortable, yeah, so you get the point. So the bot does all of it on its own. I don't have to follow up. So I select this offer. I get the ancillaries, meal, seats, baggage, just like Wi-Fi. I like to get connected anywhere. Oh. So you get the point. So I get the booking confirmation, or I can show you.
What the fuck?
Yeah, go back. So now you have the booking confirmation as well in the Skype channel. Now you must be thinking, chatbots, everybody builds it. Well, we have something different as well. Like we said, we want to be in all the channels so that you're not restricted to use it in Messenger or in Skype or anywhere. So let's say I have a trip. My flight got delayed, unfortunately, and I am in trouble, so I need to do something. Do I text? Yeah, well, let's make a call.
Bot, how may I help you?
Reboot.
Sorry to hear that. Let me see what I can do. I have rebooked you to the earliest flight. You should receive your new itinerary in Skype. How may I help you?
Nothing, thanks. So, I would get a booking confirmation. Oh. I'll have a few more stuff.
Only the booking confirmation, and let's go for the questions. So do you remember, if you can get right for the questions, I'm gonna just show the booking confirmation. And we're gonna have the last but not least, Hubie Trippy. Yeah!
It's not Ivy, it's not Hebe, it's Hubie Trippy.
Great. So, probably go start the questions, and then you can be searching. Someone can search while you answer the questions. So, jury, any questions? No. So, yeah, it's gonna take too long. We're gonna a little bit late. We are 10 minutes late, so you have to call the next team. Sorry. Okay, I offer that, but I thought it was fast. So, well done, and thank you. So, this is gonna be the last team, but the jury members gonna deliberate for the jury deliberation in another room, but please stay here. You have now some surprises, and then more surprises and more surprises. So, guys, if you can tell me about your API. We are solving the NDC challenge, correct? Okay, thank you.
I need to go.
So tell me when you're ready.
Oh, you know. I don't look at them.
Okay, so who's picking you?
So I did someone that holds your because connectivity. No? Okay, it's okay to start now.
I did the very little of code, so I have to do it. Anyway, I wanted to talk first a bit about our company because we're an 80-people company, but we're spread across multiple countries, multiple cities. So when we travel, we have to travel from various destinations. And this poses a logistical problem for our administration who are the actually people who do the bookings. Now, to avoid this problem, we figured out we can develop an application accompanied by a backend service which can help us make a booking without basically doing anything much. So what you're looking at right now is a list of events that are pre-populated in our database. And one of those events is an NDC Hackathon. So if I were to, let's say, search for an NDC Hackathon, it would pop up. If I click on it, I'll see all of the details for that NDC Hackathon, when it's happening, where it's happening. And at this point, I want to request a trip to that event. As soon as I do that, tripping request is created and it's awaiting approval by my line manager. Of course, since this is a demo, we decided to automate the whole procedure. So as soon as I refresh, the booking is already done with all the flights and all the other details. Now, I can immediately see that 3 other colleagues from my company are traveling with me, and I can see all the details about the flights I'll be taking. Because this is done on the Kronos IATA API, we had to stick to some flights that were there, so I'm traveling from LHR. Anyway, as soon as I've done the booking, the backend side will recalculate my existing budget and will offer me flight services which are within my limit. And in this case, I've got left 50 euros and I can, let's say, take advanced seat selection and in-flight Wi-Fi and buy it. As soon as the purchase is complete, my remaining budget will be lower and I can check here if everything is okay, and you can see I've got 90 euros left and I already purchased services. If I go back, I can also see detailed event information where I'm going, and this will in future be a way of assembling people that are on the same trip. And to see who's else on the trip, I can just click here and I'll see a list of people who are traveling with me, what's the status of their trip request, whether their line managers have approved it, whether the booking was done, etc. Now, this is all a demo app, so I'll try to switch back to presentation. And as you can see, I have a lot of things that I have to do on my own. Let's see. Okay. So I'll skip some of the boring parts because we didn't know whether we were going to do the demo. And I'll go straight to details and explain a little bit about that. So this is phase 1. And we've developed this version that has search events, that has predefined budget limits, and so on, which does the automatic booking via NDC. And basically offers you a list of people who are traveling with you. In the roadmap for phase 2, we have a lot of additional features. One of them, or the big one, is the management module, which would allow line manager and administration to manage the costs, to manage the budget, to get reports about yearly spending, monthly spending, or per team spending, and so on and so on. And that's about it. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. So, do members, any questions? Very good.
Is this app a website or a service?
It's an APK.
Oh, okay, APK. So it's an app. Is it going to be used internally in a company? Or?
Absolutely, yeah. The idea came up from our administrator, basically because the 4 of us, when we traveled, we had to travel from 2 different cities. I traveled from Zagreb, and they traveled from Frankfurt. And it was a problem for her to make the bookings and make the hotel booking and make the ground transportation bookings and so on and so on. Of course, not everything is now supported by NDC, but in future, why not? In future, you'll click once you want to be on the next NDC hackathon, and everything will be ready. You'll know exactly where to meet your colleagues, whether it's in, let's say, London, if you're traveling to JFK, and then I'm traveling from Zagreb, they're traveling from Frankfurt. I'll know exactly which gate at what time they'll arrive, and we can fly together after that.
Okay, now imagine if you turn it into a real company, so not for your company, but make it a real business.
Yeah.
How
to make money out of it?
Yes, basically.
That's always the big question. We honestly see several solutions. One would be to approach airlines directly and have airlines kind of subsidize this in a way, because the airlines can offer this as a corporate booking engine for small and medium-sized companies. But we can also have a subscription model where any small or medium-sized company can subscribe for a $10 a month service where we provide a service for them. It doesn't cost us much because all we have is support costs for the machines. The actual transactions go directly via NDC. And the third option is, of course, to offer this as a per booking small fee to whoever makes a booking. So it could be a free service that's delivered to any company that wants it, and then eventually, when they make a booking, they pay us, let's say, 20 cents or something like that.
Okay, last question. The APK here, the demo here, was developed during the weekend, or it was?
Absolutely, from scratch, without stop. We stayed at our hotel till like 5 a.m. and woke up at 7, so we're kind of shaking a little bit.
Oh, good job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks very much. I'm gonna ask the jury members to go to your deliberation room.
Together with the legal department?
Correct. The legal department needs to be there. In the meantime, the rest of you stay in the room because we still have Ecole Polytechnique to talk about the prize that they're going to be giving, the incubator. We have Human also talking about the incubator.
We're going to have now IATA talking about the incubation program and Ecole Polytechnique as well explaining about the incubation that you guys may win now. So guys, you're gonna now present the incubation phase. And just after their presentation, you're gonna have some surprises from Marta as well. For the people that are in the room.
Where's the technician? Okay, because I need him again. That it does display another. We have the same problem again with the monitor. Please bear with us. We're going to start the incubation for Ecole Polytechnique in a second.
That's exactly.
Man, it was downloading like.
So it's gonna be Polytechnique, then IATA, then we have some surprises, and then we have another surprise, but I cannot tell you.
Oh.
I think